The crew makes a quiet decision about you within 90 seconds of boarding. Not about your ticket, not your status. 3 specific things they observe before the door closes, and those observations shape how the next 6 hours go. About 4 million Americans over 65 fly every month. Most have no idea this grading is happening, without anyone telling you. 8 confessions. Confession 5 is the one almost nobody gets right. Confession 8. The call button costs you service. The call button is the single fastest way to lower your service quality on any flight. It was designed for 3 things: something you can't get yourself, a spill, a safety issue. Press it for water, press it for a napkin, press it to ask the landing time. And the galley team now has your seat number on a mental list, not with hostility. With exhaustion, lower service quality follows. Just math. Limited crew, full cabin, mental priority list. I'll be straight. I used to press it more than I should. Old habit from when planes were less full. Changed my approach 5 years ago. Never had better service since. The crew makes 2 or 3 aisle passes per hour. That's your window. Your defense, wait for a crew pass, eye contact plus a slight hand raise. Magic phrase. When you have a moment, could I get some water? That phrase signals patience. Crew reprioritize toward passengers who say it. Reserve the button for medical, spill, or safety only. 5 words every time. The next one, most seniors do the opposite of. Confession 7, status doesn't buy the crew. Frequent flyer status impresses the points system. It does not impress the crew. They see diamond medallions, million milers, and platinum card holders on every flight. Status is a relationship between you and a database. The crew's relationship is with the passenger in their aisle right now. I've seen this pattern repeat for 20 years. The passenger who deploys status as a weapon is the one the crew rotates around. The passenger who treats them like professionals, using their names, asking calmly, gets the extra snack, the heads up before delay announcements, the quiet upgrade on a return flight. Picture the executive in the first row of business class who mentions his 3 million mile status twice in the first 10 minutes. By hour 2, the crew rotates who has to walk past his row. Your defense. Leave the status card out of it. The perks already applied before you boarded. Use crew names. They're on a placard at the front during boarding. Treat the crew like the professionals they are. That's the play. For those of us who earned real loyalty over decades, this feels backward. It's not. The next one, most veteran flyers think they don't need. Confession 6, the safety demo isn't the same flight. Every aircraft is different. Exit locations vary. Oxygen mask deployment varies. Life vest storage varies. If you've flown 737s for 30 years and you're now on an A321, the emergency procedures are not identical. The demo isn't a formality. It's an equipment update specific to this aircraft. Today. I've watched this play out more than once on rough flights. The passengers who'd glanced up during the demo stayed calm. They knew where the nearest exit was without thinking. The ones on their phones needed someone to point at the exit sign. For someone our age, where processing speed and spatial recall work differently than at 40, that 20-second investment pays. This is the rule I warn my own family about. Your defense. Glance up twice during the demo. Locate the 2 nearest exits, front and behind. Count the seat rows to the exit behind you. 1 pass is enough. Check the seat pocket. Vest location and oxygen mask drop point vary by aircraft. On a new aircraft type, pay full attention. Assume nothing carries over. 20 seconds of attention. That's the task. No bridge. Cut directly to next confession. Confession 5. The boarding clock. Nobody explains. The crew is running a 25-minute clock the moment that jet bridge door opens. Every passenger who boards clean, boarding pass ready, bag up in under 10 seconds, seated fast, banks them time. Every passenger who stops mid-aisle to dig through a carry-on costs time they cannot recover. Crew notice. Every flight, without exception. For those of us with a few decades of flights behind us, this feels like basic protocol. Here's how it goes for someone who boards prepared. Phone open, walking to the row, bag up in 8 seconds. A crew member brings them a warm towel before pushback. They never asked for anything. Picture yourself walking down that jet bridge with the boarding pass on your screen, seat number memorized. The crew sees that before you've said hello. Your defense: boarding pass open before you reach the jet bridge. Seat number memorized at the gate. If the overhead's full, catch crew eyes immediately. Magic phrase: would you mind gate checking this for me? The crew tag it in 10 seconds. Bag waits at arrival gate. That phrase signals you know how this works. The next one is about where your most important items actually ride during the flight. Confession 4. The overhead is a gamble. Your carry-on may end up 3 rows away. That's standard. The overhead closest to your seat fills fast. If the seatbelt sign comes on mid-flight, that bin stays closed, crew included. The only bag guaranteed within arm's reach for every minute of the flight is the personal item under the seat in front of you. For travelers over 60, this matters more than for anyone else on the plane. Medication, reading glasses, hearing aid batteries, travel documents, these can't wait for turbulence to clear. You're at 35,000 feet, severe turbulence over the Rockies. Heart medication is in the roller bag 3 rows back. Seatbelt sign on. Crew in jump seats. Now what? The crew can't help. Federal protocol. The medication should have been in your purse from the moment you boarded. Your defense: everything essential goes in the personal item. Medication, phone, glasses, documents, snacks. Treat the carry-on as checked luggage that rides in the cabin. Accessible at origin and destination only. If you carry a CPAP, confirm it can be stored under the seat before you board. Repack this before your next flight. Small shift. Real difference. How many of these have caught you off guard? Most travelers our age miss 4 or 5 without realizing it. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. The one coming up activates a system most seniors don't know exists. 5 minutes flips it in your favor. Confession 3. The medical pre-call activates a system. Flight attendants are first aid certified. That's the limit. They cannot adjust your oxygen, assess whether you're fit to fly, or decide in real time about medical equipment they've never seen. Not coldness. Federal regulation. When a passenger mentions a CPAP or liquid medication at the gate for the first time, the crew must radio the captain and contact ground operations. That can hold the flight. Every one of those problems has a solution. A 5-minute phone call was made 48 hours earlier. Here's how it goes for someone who calls ahead. Wheelchair attendant waiting at check-in. CPAP is a medical device exempt from carry-on count. Bulkhead seat noted near an oxygen outlet, a system that already exists. Activated by one call. Your defense: call the airline's special assistance line at least 48 hours out. Magic phrase: I require wheelchair assistance from check-in to the aircraft door, and I'm carrying a CPAP as a medical device. Medical device exempts it from carry-on count. Most travelers our age don't know this. Ask in writing for a seat near the oxygen outlet. The next one closes a window most seniors don't know is open. Confession 2. The mobility disclosure window. Federal regulations are specific. A passenger who cannot walk unassisted must travel with a companion or notify the airline in advance. The crew cannot lift passengers. Liability, safety, both are federal, not airline policy. If mobility needs to surface for the first time after boarding, the crew faces a real-time decision that can delay or deplane the flight. For those of us navigating post-surgery recovery, joint replacements, or honest changes in what 75 looks like, the system was built for this. It just requires activation 48 hours out, not at the gate. 3 minutes. That's all the call takes. 3 minutes prevents a situation that could cost a seat. Your defense: any mobility limitation, even I can walk but need extra time, qualifies for pre-boarding. Call and request it. Magic phrase: I have a mobility impairment and would like to request wheelchair assistance and pre-boarding. Pre-boarding is free. Wheelchair assistance is free. No upgrade required, no medical documentation at booking. Surgery within the last 6 weeks. Describe your current condition specifically on the call. The system exists. One phrase activates it. Stay with me. This last one is the reason I made the video. Confession 1. The thank you close. On a full flight of 180 passengers, Fewer than 30 look the crew in the eye and say thank you at D-Plane. The crew has been smiling for 6 hours. 200 drinks. 40 identical questions. 2 turbulence sequences strapped in the jump seat. Most passengers walk past like the galley is a corridor. Here's what I've watched across years of flying. The passengers who say thank you get remembered. On connecting flights, on return routes, on any future flight where that crew member is working. Recognition translates into something status cannot buy. A crew that genuinely wants to take care of you. Picture yourself flying the same route twice a year. You use crew names at D-Plane. You say, thank you, like you mean it. In year 4, a crew member moves you to an empty business class row on a full economy flight. Just recognition. Your defense. At D-Plane, pause, make eye contact, and say, magic phrase, thank you. I appreciate everything you did today. If you caught a crew member's name at boarding, use it. 4 seconds. Highest return action available to any senior traveler. Make it automatic. Doing it now is rare enough to make you unforgettable. The crew isn't looking for perfect passengers. They're looking for passengers who understand how the job actually works. And for travelers our age, that knowledge is worth more than any loyalty tier you've ever earned. But there's something that happens before you ever reach the jet bridge, at the check-in counter, that's quietly costing seniors both time and upgrades they don't know they're entitled to. It's on the screen right now. See you there.